How do Mime Artists? Welcome to the many Pikachu Safari. I'll show you all the stages, quite a few of them are puzzle stages, so just how to get through the puzzle ones. And for the two new ones, the Dizzy Pikachu and the Surprise Pikachu, show you how to get through them as well. So in this first stage it's just the Charizard, and you move the Charizard Pikachu from, I believe it's B4 to about E4, so just the Pikachu, make a cross match with that, and then after that you will be completely fine for the rest of the match. There will be a couple more Pikachu, as you can see here, do crop up on the stage. If you don't get it turn 1, it's very possible to beat this just right after you get rid of those Charizards and Pikachus, and if not, there will just be a couple that appear on the stage. But that, as you can see, is a fairly easy stage. If it's a Pokemon you've not got yet, it should just take a couple of tries, and this is one of the Pokemon that appears most often. Next up here we have the Magikarp Pikachu, so moving the one from A4 to C1, as you'll see here, completes the stage in its entirety. And there we go, another fairly easy stage that is not going to trouble you in the slightest. And I believe that's the only one that's definitely going to, that will just take one move to complete. Then we have the Magikarp, the Gyarados Pikachu, so moving the Magikarp, the Gyarados, for the love of God, the Gyarados Pikachu from, what's that, D2 to E3? D2 to E4, do that 3 times and that completes the stage. The best way of doing it, that's pretty much the only way I've seen of being able to do it. It's not one of those ones where you've only got to make matches of 1 every time. You're trying to get that combo. I think it's 3 times and that should have it done. And as you can see, there's also a little skill boost in there as well, just to help you along. It's a small EXP boost, unfortunately EXP not skill. Still nice. And then the last one of the Pikachus we've had before is the Rayquaza one. This one, I believe, is the second hardest to find. I think it's got about a 6%. It shows up about 6% of the time, so it's fine. Because it's one that most of us will already have before, it's a fine Pokemon to already have, and if you see it, that's okay. If you don't see it, that's fine as well. You might get lucky and see the 2 new ones first. And there, once you get some of the disruptions rid of, very easy stage, very easy indeed. And after this, penultimately the hardest one to find is the Surprised Pikachu, which I think has about a 3% show up rate, which isn't the best, but it has an okay catch rate, and once you can get rid of most of the blocks on the stage, it's fairly simple. It will just be a normal 3 Pokemon stage, which, as you'll see, is very easy. In the combos, sometimes those ice blocks will be able to be gotten rid of, which is nice, and then the shiny Gyarados can just take you over the finish line. If you are having trouble catching this, I think it's the only one that you could use a Great Ball on, just because it shows up only 3% of the time, and the catchability rate isn't that terrible. So 82% for me, that's quite good. And if it's your last Pokemon to catch, go for it. Go for it, it's fine. And so lastly here we have the Dizzy Pikachu. This one, again, it's fairly simple. Try to get rid of the Dizzy Pikachu as quickly as possible, and then after that hopefully the Gyarados will be able to take you across the finish line. It's quite possible to do it in just one move after those Dizzy Pikachu are gotten rid of, if you get the good matches with the Gyarados. Unfortunately I didn't on this run, but it does happen. That gives you a bit of catchability rate of 11%, which is not great at all. And because I only had, I think this was my second last heart left, I did use a Great Ball just to be able to get it for the video. Don't use a Great Ball, it shows up about 1/3 of the time, so it's completely fine not to use one. That's totally understandable. I'd recommend not using one, but for the super catch power, just to be able to get the video out, I thought why not, it's just a couple of extra 1,000, but don't do it. Do as I say, not as I do. And there we go. That's the Dizzy Pikachu caught, and it seems possibly like the better of the two new Pikachus. It has Barrier Bash plus plus, sometimes remove 5 barriers, which is okay. It's certainly a lot better than the last ditch effort of the shocked Pikachu. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching, and how do, Mime Artists?
Eggs! Eggs! E-double-G-S eggs!